Hi everybody, and welcome to another episode of ELULvate. It's an amazing thing to be able to be in the month of Elul, as we know that when Elul approaches, it's a really auspicious time of the year. And the question is why? So Rav Shneir Zalman Liadi quotes this famous parable that is passed down in Chasidus. And the idea is that it says, HaMelech Basadeh, the king is in the field. And he explains what this means. He says, the whole year, a person toils in the field, and he works for this king. But he doesn't actually see the king. He knows that the palace is far out there. He can maybe even see where the palace is. He might have heard of stories of the palace. Never saw the king, that's for sure. But he's heard about the rules of the king. He knows that every single day he plants, he toils, he works for the king. But he figures he's such a lowly servant, he's never going to meet the king. And all of a sudden the month of Elul comes, and he's sitting in that field, and he hears the horns, hears the shofars coming. And all of a sudden there's a whole ruckus in the field. And the king walks, not just into the field, but directly over to you, directly over to the lowly servant. He gives him his hand. He says, come with me. And he escorts him back to the palace with him. Just like they're kimat, almost equals. Obviously not exactly equal to the king, but the king makes him feel just wanted and desired. That's every Jew's experience in the month of Elul. We have the opportunity that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is right around the corner. He's in the field. He's come out to see us. And he says to us, listen, you have an opportunity to come close to me. But you have to sort of just tap into a larger idea of what HaKadosh Baruch Hu, what I am really about. And as we all know, the biggest statement in the whole of Judaism is probably the Shema. Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad. That God is one. And we know that there's a very big mitzvah in the month, mitzvah on Rosh Hashanah to blow shofar, and a minhag during Elul to blow shofar as well. And what's behind part of this minhag? One could say that we see by shofar an element of God. Firstly, the sound is one long sound. And then we go to a broken sound of the shavarim, broken up, which is sort of how people see the world. We know that HaKadosh Baruch Hu's oneness is not like anything else we've experienced. Sound, right? That ability to hear something, but invoke thought, without even being words to tell you what to think. But as the Rambam says, Ur yeshena mishinaschem, wake up from your slumber. What is he telling us to wake up from? He's telling us to wake up from our perception. Our perception in this world is that we're all separate, right? Each person is for themselves, but we don't see the larger fabric of HaKadosh Baruch Hu's world, the oneness that HaKadosh Baruch Hu represents in this world, and that he is in our world. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives us an example of that. You blow the shofar, a tekiah, one solid noise. And he says, look, in this world, right, you've seen this as broken up. That's the cry. The cry is, you're looking at the world as broken, right? Us as separate beings. And then we bring it all together for the month of Elul, another tekiah afterwards to show where we want to go. We want to return to the oneness that we know of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And that's what the tekiah represents. All of us together, not as a shever, a broken up nation, God forbid, or broken up people, but as people who embody HaKadosh Baruch Hu's oneness as we've experienced him in the field. Wishing everyone an elevated Elul.